Hello everyone. Today we are going to start fifth topic from the environmental biology and toxicology's natural resources and conversion. And in today's lecture we are going to start renewable sources. But the why it is a renewable and non-renewable depending on the source of energy, it can be classified into renewable and the non-renewable sources. But energy is what is the energy? Energy is the capacity of doing work, and it cannot be created and cannot be destroyed but only converted from one form to the another form. Then energy can be obtained from various sources, but the sun is the most unlimited source of energy. And renewable sources is also known as a non-exhaustible sources, because these renewable sources energy is continuously produced irrespective of human activity, and because is known as a renewable sources. Many examples of renewable sources, for example the biogas is a source of renewable, then the biomass, solar energy, nuclear power, hydropower, wind energy, ocean, geothermal energy. These are the renewable sources. So first one is biomass. All type of biological substance like plant product include wood, crop, algae and aquatic plants, and the plant residue like husk, cow dung, animal dung, then straws. These are the plant residue or animal residue. Then garbage and night soil is together also known as a biomass, and burning of the biomass produces heat energy known as a bioenergy, and the residue left after the burning of biomass is used as a manure in agricultural feed, and burning of 1 kilogram of wood produce 4000 to 5000 kilocalorie of heat, and these biomass are continuously produced because the plants are continuously produced, then the garbage is continuously produced, the night soil is continuously produced. Because of this continuous production is also known as a renewable source, means biomass is a renewable source. But the wood is a inexpensive and light up easily, but the burning of wood causes depletion of forest cover, which is turn lead to the accumulation of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere and the greenhouse effect and the erosion of the atmosphere. Because of these problems, the nowadays a wide range of social forestry of energy plantation schemes are applied. Because of that, the pollution is increasing day by day because of the biomass burning, the residue burning. Because of this, but the biomass is a renewable source. Then source is biogas. Biogas is also known as a renewable source because biogas is a clean and efficient fuel, and it is a mixture of methane, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, then hydrogen sulfide, and it is a chief constituent of biogas is methane. Mostly 65% of methane in biogas. But the many raw materials required for producing the biogas like animal dung, poultry waste, plant waste like husk, grasses, weeds, human excreta, industrial waste means sawdust, waste from food processing industry, domestic waste, vegetable peel waste, food material is along with the water, it produces the slurry, and the slurry is important. But the construction of the biogas is a mixing tank is the present above the ground level, and the inlet, next one is the inlet tank, the mixing tank opens undergo into the sloping inlet chamber. Then the digester, in digester the inlet chamber opens from below into the digester, which is a huge tank which a dome like ceiling, and the ceiling of the digester has an outlet with valve for the supply of biogas. Then another is the outlet tank, the digesters open from below into the outlet chamber. Then the outlet overflow tank, the outlet chamber opens from the top into a small overflow tank, and these flow tanks contain the gas. And then how it is work, and these all constructions, mixing tank, inlet tank, how it is work. The various forms of biogas are mixed with an equal quantity of water into the mixing tank in the form of slurry. In mixing tank in the form of slurry, this is the biomass content, and the slurry is fed into the digester through the inlet chamber. And when the digester is partially filled with the slurry, the introduction of slurry is stopped and the plant is left unused for the about 2 months. And during these 2 months, anaerobic bacteria present in slurry decomposes or ferments the biogas is presence of water. Then as a result of anaerobic fermentation, biogas is formed and which start the collecting in the dome of the digester. Means newly the 2 months are required for filling the all these the tank. Then these are the working of biogas. And during these 2 months, the anaerobic bacteria present in the slurry decomposes or ferments and the biogas in the presence of water, and they are collective, and these are the used for the cooking. The gas is used for the cooking, and then the lighting, then the running pump set, engines, machines in factories, and turbines to generate electricity. These are the main application of the biogas, and these are the renewable sources. And it is also used for the street lighting. Many advantages of this biogas plant, because it reduces the burden of the forest of fossil fuel, produce a clean fuel, and it helps in controlling air pollution. Then it provide nutrient rich manure like NPK. Then it controls water pollution by decomposing sewage, animal dung and human excreta. So many advantages of this biogas, and it is a renewable source. And the limit, but one most limitation of biogas is the initial cost of the installation of the plant is high, because the cost level is high. So many India has many poor peoples, they cannot be able to install the high cost of this plant, and number of cattle owned by an average family of farmer is inadequate to feed a biogas plant. So if so biogas plant, we want to have the many cattles or many cows for the cow dung, because cow dung produce a good slurry and it produce a good methane gas. Then another renewable source is a solar energy. The sun is a storehouse of energy formed by nuclear fusion reaction in the interior of the sun. And the scientists have predicted the central temperature of the sun to be nearly 20 million degrees Celsius. They also predict the sun contain mainly hydrogen, and about 56.4 million ton of hydrogen nuclei produced together per minute to produce 56 million ton of helium. And sun is losing about the 4 lakh ton of matter per minute, which is converted to energy. And the energy is reaches to the earth as a electromagnetic radiation is commonly known as a solar energy. But the many rays are absorbed from the ozone layer, because these are the harmful ultraviolet rays. These are the absorbed by the ozone layer, and only 4% of total solar energy reaches into the earth, and approximately 35% of total solar energy is reflected back. And these are the important of the solar energy. Solar energy is also important. Solar energy also important for the doing many works, like it also many plants, solar plants are in India is available, and these are producing energy, and these are also reduce the pollution because of the burning the fossil fuels. Then source of natural source is a nuclear power. Inside the nucleus, the proton and neutron are held together by a strong nuclear force of attraction, and all matter, whether an element of or compounds, consist of elementary particles called as an atom. And when an atomic nucleus splits, a tremendous amounts of energy is released. This energy known as a nuclear energy or atomic energy. Then the atom, the proper example is the nuclear power is the atom bombs, which is dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945, are the example of the tremendous power of the atomic energy. But it is a bad things because the many genetical defects are seen in the Hiroshima and Nagasaki nowadays because of this blast. Then the splitting of atomic nucleus is caused either by the nuclear fission or the nuclear fusion. These are the nuclear power. Nuclear power is a natural resources and it is a continuously produced. So is also known as a renewable source. Then another renewable source is power. Hydro is word is indicate the water, means the energy we get from the flowing water is known as the hydropower. Then dams, India have the many rivers like Gangas, Narmadas, Godavari, Krishna, Mahanadi, Brahmanadi. These are all are the major rivers, and as the dams are constructed over big rivers in addition to generation of hydropower. But they also helps in irrigation, food control, generation of electricity, employment generation, transportation, then the inland fisheries. These are the many important facilities from these rivers. But India has 1550 major hydel project and many thousand minor project in this the river, and the high cost of hydropower is due to the high rate of transmission and it loses in distribution. Means the flowing water is a natural water and it is continuously produced, so hydropower is a natural resource. Another natural resource is a wind energy or wind energy. Wind energy can be converted into mechanical and electrical energy and made to run turbines to generate electricity. So this energy is particularly useful for lighting and pumping and devising. And according to the Department of Non-Conventional Energy Source in India, the 20,000 megawatt of electricity can be generated from the wind, and wind farms have already been set up in Mandvi, Okra, Devgarh, Tuticorin and Puri. These are the plants of the wind energy in India. This wind energy is most important. It also reduces the burden of the burning fossil fuels. Then other natural resource is an ocean, means tidal energy. The energy is derived from the rise and fall of the sea tide is converted into electricity in small. In some country, tidal energy is used to rotate turbines and generate electricity. And the France was the first country to construct a major tidal electricity generation plants. In India is also have these tidal energy plants in Gulf to Kutch and Sundarbans are exploited for the most prospective tidal energy harvesting sites. But nowadays the Andaman Nicobar Islands are also found to be most suitable for the generation of electricity because the tidal energy is converted into the electricity, and this is the renewable source of energy is continuously produced. Then another source renewable source is a geothermal energy, and geothermal energy, this is the heat of the interior of the earth present at volcanic regions, gears or hot springs, and this is used to utilize to generate electricity. Means geothermal energy is also used to generate electricity. 350 geothermal springs have been identified in India, so it is a good signs of the generate electricity with the help of the geothermal energy. Then another one natural source of energy is also before going to stop, I want to tell you the urban waste. In Delhi, a pilot plant has already been set up whether the municipal sewage and solid waste is used for to energy generation. Means the waste, urban waste produce the energy, and it is a the plants are used for the generate electricity, then which will not only make the industry energy sufficient, but it also used to generate the important neighboring areas. So this urban, from the urban waste we can also generate the electricity, and Delhi has the one best example from the urban waste producing electricity or producing energy. So these all are the renewable resources. So next lecture we will going to discuss about the non renewable resources. So I stop here. Thank you.